So it's now Sunday morning. Ryan's in bed because he came in a little bit merry late last night.
Oh. Hey, why don't you lock me out here?
So he'll be there probably until I get back maybe. Or he'd have gone out again for Black Sunday. But anyway, I am off down to the cart where we parked it up last night. We're going to take it for a brake test. Hopefully everything will be fine. And also, as you can see, we're getting on with our kitchen quite well. Then we just need to take the cart down to Burnham-on-Sea for the lineup, ready for Burnham-on-Sea Carnival tomorrow night.
First, I go and pick Dad up at 8 a.m. and he's been told that there might be roadworks heading down to the carnival lineup at Burnham-on-Sea that might make things tricky for us.
Yeah, what are we whipping round Love Lane first and have a look?
Yeah, can do, if we've got time.
I don't want to be late for the man. Nobody told us there was going to be a road closure. I didn't see it written in there.
But there's going to be other clubs that are going to be the same,
Oh yeah, Renegades went back to their shed apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know who won last night. Mum said Renegades did look good.
A lot of people I've seen have been saying Ramblers.
Yeah. There was when we'd done it, we just got drunk. That was the end of it.
I know somebody else.
Was he a mess, was he?
Yes. He got in, and he jumped on the bed and fell off the other side.
Oh Christ. What time was that?
About after 3 o'clock.
It's quiet here this morning, isn't it?
It's Sunday.
Is it? I'll get out and have a chat.
And he tries to get out before I've even stopped. The marshals that look after the lineup of carts are all volunteers, and a lot will do this year in, year out, and without them, the carnivals would not be able to go ahead. She's very helpful and makes a plan for us for when we get back with the cart.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, that's right then.
Said there was going to be roadworks, but there was a bit of a decided against it. She's on the phone, she said, oh, it's alright, they'll be alright, they're decent drivers.
That's
I said, well, one of them is. Let's hope this is all intact now.
We arrive down at the car and get the engine warmed up, and we head down to RT Keedwell's at Highbridge. Well, at least it's a bit more relaxed today. Hopefully it will stay that way. Dad's driving the cart today with the first trailer, and I am pulling the generator trailer, the second trailer, with the tractor. We pull in through the gate, and because it's a Sunday, the yard is quite full. Once we pull in, we need to find out where we need to go.
So what we're going to do is brake test every single axle, and then we'll know where we are, what needs to be changed for next year. Hopefully nothing, hopefully everything will be fine, but we can pick up any small problems.
Dad pulls the tractor unit and the first trailer up to the rolling road, which are basically rollers in the road that simulate a truck going along a road. Once everybody is ready, Dad drives the first axle on the tug into the rollers. The rollers will start to spin, and then Dad will brake in a steady, firm movement to a stop. They will do separate tests for each wheel and then the handbrake. The tractor unit is a 4x2, meaning it has 2 axles, and the drive axle at the back has 4 wheels on it. Once the tractor unit is complete, we have to do the trailer. So Dad now needs to get the first axle on the trailer into the rolling road, and the same process starts again on these axles. And once the front two are done, it's time to do the back two. The rolling road can also give us a weight. And as we didn't weigh in at Bridgwater, as the pads were broke, we do need to get an official recorded weight.
Barry's there.
Barry's come down to have a look at some lights that we had a problem with last night. Once the brake test is complete on all the axles, Dad can go and turn around, ready to head down to line up at Burnham, whilst I put the second trailer into the rollers. There's not a huge amount of space to turn round, so Barry, myself and Lee watch him round. It looks like the camera cables might have broken in the turn.
Might want those windmillers.
Then it's my turn to get onto the rollers. We don't put the tractor on the rollers, just the trailer. We repeat the same testing process on the 3 axles on the generator trailer. We did a Tapley test in the year, which is a device that gives an overall view of how the truck is braking. But the advantage of putting it on a rolling road is that it can tell you how each individual wheel is reacting. Once the brake testing has been completed on the generator trailer, I can now go and turn around myself. The tractor and generator is shorter, so hopefully I won't have the same issues as Dad did turning around. And actually, I had no issues at all. Then I just pull up behind Dad and we make a plan on escort vehicles, whilst they're getting the printouts for the brake tests.
Brake testing's done, all looks good. It may seem like a bit of a pointless exercise, but it's really not. We've got peace of mind now that everything is working how it should be. Now we just need to head down to Burnham-on-Sea and get into the lineup. Oh, and Barry needs to fix the lights. And now the camera as well.
As we drive out, I see Ellie's truck looking shiny as always. We have our escort vehicles in place and it's only a couple of miles down to the lineup at Burnham-on-Sea. When we get down there, the marshals are ready for us and they open up the barriers to let us join the end of the queue. We need to keep over to the right as far as possible, and I need to line up directly behind Dad, keeping as central as possible, ready for hitching up. We're doing hitching up here, I guess.
Hitching up?
Might as well, won't we? Well, I'm doing it Monday. We can go over if you want. We're doing Monday. Lee sorts out all the Susies and the pin ready for unhitching.
We're ready.
I can then move the tractor out of the way so that Dad can back up to the generator trailer with the tug and the cart. Today wouldn't have been possible without local companies like RT Keedwell helping out carnival clubs. There are quite a few of us that go in there and use the facilities, and I can say on behalf of all of us that we really appreciate it. To hitch the generator trailer back onto the cart, we both get ourselves in as straight a position as possible, and then Dad will reverse in a dead straight line. Sometimes the pin doesn't always match up, but it's not normally out by much, and we can release some pins to swing the hitch across if needed. And then once we're all hitched up, we can pull forward slightly and put those pins back in. We make sure that the tug is fueled up with diesel and also the generator. If there's not enough fuel in the generator, we might lose our music and our lights around the procession, and we don't want that to happen again. Sorted a few things out and it's nearly time to go home. I've just got to drop the tractor off down at the end of procession so that it's ready there for tomorrow night, and then we can go home. Well, that's that done. I'm back home and I can go and have a shower and get ready to go out. I'm showered and changed, ready to go out. I'm just going to go out and have a few drinks with the club. We've got Burnham Carnival tomorrow, so I don't want to go too mad, but I think it's just nice to socialise with everybody. Normally we would go and visit the pub that the winners are in, but we don't know who the winners are this year. Not yet.
Who's talking to?
The camera. Ryan spilt something down his top last night, so he was very drunk.
Yep.
One thing that I love about Black Sunday is it is for everybody. Alice had a baby earlier in the year and is still breastfeeding, but that doesn't stop her celebrating with the rest of us. Then we have some of the Wrinklies, which are the oldest group in the club, and the Dad's Army, which are the recently retired. Some families within the club will even have 3 generations out, just like Nikki, her mum, and her son is around somewhere. I wonder if you can guess what song Nikki is singing. This is a day that all carnivalites go out and celebrate the work that they have put in throughout the year. Each club has a home pub, and throughout the day we will go and visit and celebrate with other clubs. The dress code is casual and the atmosphere is fun and relaxed. There is lots of dancing and catching up with people from other clubs that you haven't seen for a long time. Unfortunately, the day doesn't last forever, and at some point you must realise that you need to go home. We get right back into it on the Monday night with Burnham Carnival, fixing a few odd bits that need fixing, and a little bit of camaraderie, before we put on the carnival show again for Burnham-on-Sea. Who would have thought that most of the cart personnel spent most of the day yesterday out on the town? Thanks for watching, and don't forget the only place you can get my merch is at f28print.com.